Hello lovelies, and welcome back to this final episode of Banished, for at least this series. Our crop field over here is ready. So last episode I took in a load of nomads, which is something I said I wasn't going to do, and then I realised it was probably going to take us a while to get to our goal of 750 adults, which is kind of the goal I'd set myself after we reached all the other goals of, you know, getting all the seeds and animals and things. So this episode, I've taken a note, as I have been doing the last few episodes, of how our wood and food and everything is going. The only issue we really have is tools. I mean, it's not a major issue because we've still got like 2,800. But yeah, it is dropping. So we have all these new houses down here where we've got some children being born. That's great. I was looking around some of the houses, and we do have some older, like quite older sort of children living with their parents still. So we do need to expand to make sure that we're not going to run out of housing. So we'll get some more of these little Nordic houses down here. And this is going to be the last episode because I think I mentioned before I have some a new game, or at least one new game that I'd like to start playing, but I've not tried yet because it is so similar to Banished. Right, tunnel. I thought we could maybe add a tunnel in through here, because this is kind of really the only area I think left that we've not explored, and there's a lot of stone and things down here. But I don't want to do too much this episode if we're going to be finishing. Did I put a... Oh, there it is. I was going to say, did it not place? So I think we will we'll kind of prioritise that, I think. I'll get a little road to it. Where's that going to come out the other side? Here. Put just a little road in there so we've kind of got an idea of what's happening. And we'll speed things up. So we do want to add some more... Oh, somebody here. Seeds. Do you know, one thing I wanted to check was if we had mulberry seeds, because is it in the orchard? Because I'm sure we got everything. Oh yeah, white mulberry and red mulberry, we do have it. Because I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that so we can dismiss you, thank you. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that we're going to get some silkworm eggs just to finish off all of our building. That seemed to be a lot of nomads. How many was it? 46. I'm not going to allow any more nomads. I want us to reach our 750 goal. You know, with our people that we've got. Right, our medieval meat store's done. What's this one? Medieval food store. Let's add some people in there. I don't think we need 4 people, do we, in here? We also how many people am I adding in? Where are these people going? What? I feel like I'm doing something. They're obviously going to other places that are up and running. Oh, there we go. We've got 4 people now without work. Okay, so those like 40 people have taken jobs somewhere. So yeah, blacksmiths. We have got some blacksmiths over here. I might add a couple more in because we are growing our own iron over here. And if we do the little small town blacksmiths again, we'll just add in a couple at the end. There and there. And these are using logs and stone. I think we could maybe turn at least one of them to iron, because we do have the iron here and we've got some iron on the stockpile. Where else would be a good idea to have blacksmiths? Where there are some resources, I suppose. What have we got in here? Wow. Iron ore, logs. These things don't have enough of whatever they're looking for. Sand and coal, clay and firewood. Clay, sand. They are digging. Can we add any more people in? No, they are full. What is this? It's just, oh, students in there. I was just trying to think of somewhere, or trying to find a spot. I mean, maybe here's alright. It's probably not the best spot, but if we put in 2 little blacksmiths here as well. Right, our tunnel is also done. I would like to, how is our housing doing? We'll increase the priority on these houses. And then here I think I would like to build a little stockpile and a barn. So if we put a barn in, maybe even 2 barns next to each other. But I'll pause those for the second, because if we put in a stockpile, that means that we can... oh, how wide was that? With those 2 barns. 11. Okay, so if we do... we could do 11 by 11, do a massive stockpile. And then we can cut down some of the trees and things. And it can all go in that stockpile there. But I just want to make sure that these houses get built first. We could also pop in a little stockpile here where there's no trees or anything. Although there's one there, but just to try and make it a little bit quicker for people getting backwards and forwards for clearing the site. So how far are we going? To full speed? We are. You can tell the map is full because everything slows down. Right, which one has got the infection? This one? Oh yeah, this one. So we'll cut those down and speed things up again. While 724, we started at 713, so it is going up a little bit. Ooh, 725. It's exciting. I'll leave that tunnel there just so I can get back to where the, things are. What's the word? Our new little area. And I wonder about a sawmill making some lumber. We'll do that for the time being. We'll pop that down there. Right, now what have we got? Influenza. Well, all of our doctors, I think, are in place, so that should be fine. We still have 7 people without houses, but we are getting there with these Nordic houses. They are just being slow because obviously they're coming quite a way. If you click on something when it's being built with this pathway thing, does it tell you where they're coming from? Oh yeah, only here. It doesn't tell you the ones that have got no kind of foundation or anything, which I suppose makes sense. Oh, one of our blacksmiths is ready. Oh, both of them are ready over here. Excellent. So we're going to have them using... was the iron ore here? Gold ore, iron ore. Right, you use iron ore. And maybe is a stone, tin, or building supplies. Oh, look at all that fancy furniture we've got that we've never, I don't think we've used it for anything. Maybe you could use iron ore as well. That's the only other thing. Yeah, do something a little bit different. Frisian cows and bison. I mean, I guess we could buy some and put them in our new little area. Should we buy... Let's buy 10 Frisian cows. I don't want to buy too many in case it takes us too long to build all the stuff up. Maybe we could just get some more animals. Right, so we've got one house there. Yeah, see, 26 and 45. That's a bit late to be moving in with people, in this game at least. You want to get them moving in together as soon as possible so that they can have kids and increase our population. So they are on the way. I think over here, if we were sort of planning to make it into like a proper little area, let me stop doing that. We would have everything that we need to make a little village. So all the items we need. So we'd need trees. Maybe we could do it over here as you're kind of walking in. So we'd need a dense tree shack. Oh, this is ready. Logs and iron. Yeah, we'll have you both doing iron. And we maybe could collect some of this as well. That's growing. Right, so we've got our new blacksmiths. So we'd put a dense tree shack in. And then some houses over here would also be good. Where's my road? If we sort of did the road up this way and then maybe to the edge of the tree shack, and then we could put in some fields and things. So we could, where's that corner? Here it is. So yeah, this would be for our Frisian cows that we've just bought. And if we did it the same size as a crop field, 15 by 15, we could put a crop field next to it. Now, I'm not saying we're going to finish this area off. It's basically just something for me to do while we wait for our numbers to go up. Merchant at the trading post, and also hope that we get some silkworm eggs at some time. Do you have silkworm eggs that I can order? Lots of seeds. It's got seeds and animals, so maybe silkworm eggs aren't something that you would carry because it's all kind of food stuffs. Looking for the S's, although sometimes they're not quite in order, like alphabetical order. Silkworm eggs. I would have thought I would have highlighted them already if I'd have seen them. Oh, silkworm eggs. They are there. Maybe I missed them, or maybe I didn't need them when I first added in this. I think this is when I was like desperate for food and not thinking about anything else. Silkworm eggs were probably the last thing on my mind. Oh gosh, I don't know what I did then. I think I did up and down and it went a bit crazy. Let's just get rid of some of these things just to see if we can try and get some silkworm eggs next time, because I am desperate to try and get it finished. That would be a nice little finish off, that we've completed all the things that we were building. That'll do. I'm not going to go through them all. Dismiss. Okay. Let's go back over to our tunnel. I guess we can get rid of that now because we've got our tree shack being built. Our fuel has dropped a little bit, so I think I'll turn this back onto making firewood, because did they make some? Yeah, they made quite a bit of lumber. But we just want to keep that firewood topped up. Now again, how old are all of our people in here? Yeah, a little bit older, so we definitely need some more housing, which we could maybe do along here on this crossroad. We've got plenty of builders assigned, so let us do, I mean, I kind of like these little colonial houses, but they may be these wooden houses might be better along here, where it's still kind of a little bit foresty. Although we are putting our pasture here, so when it's cleared out, let's put some of these little colonial houses in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 4 for now. What have you got for me? Chickens. I'm going to dismiss you, otherwise I think we're just going to get into a mess of trying to make so many things happen, and it's not going to happen. Right, we're going to increase the priority on our pasture because we want to try and get those Frisian cows in before they starve and get totally bored of being in that pen and get stuck there like those horses way back at the beginning of our adventures. I guess we could also clear some of the resources around here, so up to that yellow line, that's where our dentistry shack's going to be. But we could clear some of this off, like up to the path, because we have got quite a lot of workers. And then that means that we can kind of see what's going on. And have a little kind of space to work. So we'll do that. Might be a bit excessive, but it'll give some people some things to do. So we're on 104 years. So that's pretty good, I would say. Our citizens are healthy. They're pretty happy on average. We've got more people becoming labourers. The other thing that we would need over here is a church, a cemetery, things like that. But again, I don't want to be kind of too excessive, I don't think, in building over here, because I'm aware that we are going to be finishing this soon. One thing though that might help is actually having a tunnel through here, so there's like another entrance, and if I line it up with this path, we could have another little entrance through there, which would make it quicker for people to kind of get over to this side of the map rather than having to walk all of the way around and back again. We still have 8 people without houses as well. We are clearing out these houses. We are clearing the pasture. Maybe we should just prioritise the houses. Kind of like that. Because if people are living over here, that means they can build stuff quicker. They'll be nearer to everything. So we will do that. Although there are, look at all the people. I do realise as well, like, when I'm playing this game, I play it like really zoomed out, especially like later on, because I like to be able to sort of see everything that's going on. And I kind of forget that you can. Oh, look, they can just walk across. After I built you a bridge, you just walk over the hill. After I built you a bridge, after I built you a tunnel. How rude is that? I just assumed that they wouldn't be able to walk over it because you could build a tunnel through it. Well, I never. But look at all this stuff that they're collecting. So, hey, was this tunnel a mistake then as well? Are people walking over this hill? See, they're walking round it. Yeah, I think maybe this tunnel might be a good idea. Silkworm eggs! Oh, how many do we need? 10. Should we get 20 just in case? I mean, I think at this point I can afford it. Right, 200 feathers. Trade, dismiss. Let's unlock this. Unpause that one. Now, our silkworm eggs. Do we have a... We need a weaver, don't we, to weave... Sawmill, brewery. We need a weaver to be able to make the silkworm, like, shells. What are they called? They turn that into silk. I don't think we've got anything over here, so let's build one of those. And this one, and this one. Weavers. Yeah, weavers make linen, cloth, silk. Silkworm cocoons, that's it. So they take the silkworm cocoons and turn it into silk. So we need one of those, and then we also need a tailor over here. That kind of makes sense to me as well. Now, which tailors use silk? Because I'm sure some of them don't. You know, like the blacksmiths use only, you know, some of them use, like he only uses iron or iron and coal. Have I got a tailor's over here anywhere? Oh, clothes store. Yeah, well, you don't use silk. So we've got medieval tailor, regular tailor. Let's go with the medieval tailor. We can always just build another one if it's wrong. What have you got for me? Loads of seeds. No, thank you. Right, let's have a little look at our tunnel over here. Oh yeah, people are using it. Right, we'll do a little pathway. Oh, we're nearly there. 745 peoples. Oh, I'm excited. We're nearly so close, and we've nearly got our silkworm hut built as well, which is super exciting. I feel like I need to kind of complete the game, if that makes sense. Well, not complete the game, but get this up and running, so our silkworm hut and everything up and running. So usually I don't like to leave the game, not leave the game, but like do a jump cut or anything in the game. I know I've done it a few times just to, if it's been like really slow, or if we've been having a bad time. But when I watch people playing games, I like to kind of see the progression and not be kind of jumping, being like, oh, this has happened now, or I built this now, and I like to be able to see the bits in between to sort of see how it links up. Look, 750. Woohoo! We have reached our goal of 750 adults. I'm super excited. Our dense tree shack is done, so let's get some people in there as well. 3, 4, is that right? Yeah, I was right. Fantastic. Our pasture is kind of coming along. Our houses are coming along. We've got an individual there. We've got some older people. Why have you not got a person with you? Maybe they just want to live on their own, which is fine. So, we've dropped again. We went up again. Oh, now we've got 751. So what I was going to say is, I don't really like doing a jump cut because I like to sort of be able to watch the progression. But just because this is going to be our last episode, I think what I'm going to do now is just add in some more houses around here, maybe add in like a market and a church and things like that, because we have reached our goal. So I don't want to drag this series out forever, and I think we are kind of coming close for time wise for this episode. So I'm just going to work on this for a little bit, and then I will bring you back in at the end to show you how our town has completed. Alright, well, welcome back. well, for you you're still watching, but for me it's been maybe about 2 hours. I had to pop out to the shops and come back and continue building up this area. So this is the area at the top left of the map. If you can hear tinkling in the background, my Christmas tree is up, and I have got one in my office where my computer is. So I have 2 Christmas trees this year, and the cat is playing with it, so it's all tinkling. But this corner here, I built up these houses again, so all the row houses are connected. If you remember, I demolished quite a few of them when I was trying to get everyone to live together. And this patch here that did have houses in originally, I've just turned it into orchards and put some kind of flowers down and did a little bit of decorating while I was waiting for things to happen. Now over on the right hand side, where we had all our big fields, I have added in some salt box houses along the back here. You can see I'm just finalising these 2 at the back, because I did have a bit of a death wave. As you can see, we're still people are still ill, but we did have some sort of elderly people die, and also we had so I allowed some nomads in, so which meant we also had some disease. Now this should be daffodils. They're obviously out of season because we're in late autumn, but that looks really pretty. It was all a nice row of yellow only a few minutes ago. So this is an area that I kind of beautified a little bit. The next thing, I added a couple of bridges in over from this side, where we just were with those row houses up here. So I added a bridge over here and across here to make it easier to get to our kind of final destination, which is the area I was working on at the beginning of this episode. So we now have our barns and stockpile and everything over here. This, I put in a second silkworm hut because I bought 20 silkworm eggs and I only needed 10. I've got a couple of different weavers, one making linen, one making these are the weavers, one making linen out of flax, one making silk out of cocoons, and then a couple of different tailors making different things from that material. Got my Frisian cows, got some chickens and llamas up here as well. We are growing mulberry, white mulberry for the silkworms in there. We've got lots of these houses built up, our church and everything, a little clinic here, a little school which is nearly full. This is a little market which I thought looked quite nice. I was sort of attempting a little bit of like a main street, and then decided it was too much trouble to try and build a load of different buildings as we are going to be finishing this series. But we've got some nice houses around here, made it like a little town, and we also have a little flax collector up here, a little flax gatherer, and that's so the weavers can make linen. So this is our final little area. The only other thing to show you is way over here again. This is our original silkworm hut. So we are making silk cocoons. Then I put in a weavers here to make silk from the cocoons. It was a bit of a slow process. And then I've got the tailors. It's the medieval tailors that can use silk, but they are currently not actually using silk because I still had it on the cotton, but they can use silk and linen. I don't know if any of the other weavers can just use silk, possibly, I didn't check, but that was good enough for me. So thank you so much for watching. This is the end of our first series of Banished together. I have really enjoyed it. I love the fact that we persevered and got through the rather terrible time when lots of people died, and we're now back up to 791. At one point I did get up to about 850 I think, but as I say, we had a few people die, so I allowed in quite a few nomads. I think it was about 100 nomads actually to sort of take all those places, and I would say our little world here is thriving. So let me know down below if you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you want me to play next. Give it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it, if you have enjoyed this series. And again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.